loaded, and we can see that not everything has gone as we fucking hoped it would. Shit's everywhere. So what's going on? I've got this credits button. It's now sits, and it's way up there. That's not good. The start button's where it should be. The credits button's still where it should be. I hit run before I brought this other button in, so that's why it's not showing up at all. So let's kind of fix this real quick. What's going on with this credits button right here? You'll notice when I click on it, I've got a bunch of red lines, and these mean that my constraints aren't good. And I said we wouldn't talk about constraints, so I'm not going to talk about them much other than showing you how to get rid of them. So when you're on here, you click constraints, you can come down to the lower right hand corner of the screen here, and you can either add constraints, clear constraints. What we're going to do is we're going to clear the constraints on just that one view. I don't think there's any other views with constraints in here, but I'm just keeping it easy. So what are we going to do next? We're going to put this on the, we're going to dock it to the bottom of the screen. And if you remember how we did that, we came over here to this little triangle and we moved the I buttons to the bottom of the screen. So I'm not locking it to the left or to the right. It's in the middle. And I hope that works. And then we've got this other button over here. This is an original UI button, and we're going to try to make it look like this button over here. One of the other things that happened was it's just a little short. So we're going to make it a little bit bigger so we don't have that dot truncation. So looking at this one, let's look at the inspector. Yeah, if we look at the other button versus this inspector, you'll see that this one doesn't have all the bells and whistles. But if we click over here on our key paths, we can go ahead and add them ourselves. So we can go ahead and add corner radius. We can add, what is it, shadow color. I don't want to add shadow color onto this one. Shadow, let's do border color. So click this, and we're going to hit plus, and we're going to hit border color, right? And we're not going to be a Boolean. We're going to be a color. And it's going to be a yellow color. And this is not a Boolean, it's going to be a number, and that number is going to be 12, right? What else? We need the border width. A border width. Now I'm typing these in because I know what the key paths are. You might not know what the key paths are, and that is going to suck for you. That's it. It's just going to suck for you. You can get these mostly from the view layer. So if you hit view layer dot corner radius, oh, there's my corner radius. View dot layer dot border color, view dot layer border width. This is how you access them all. So I'm going to change this border width to 8. Why not? Yeah, it's probably the same, right? And I'm going to go ahead and hit play. Oh shit, I forgot to dock it, didn't I? Yes, I did. That's fine. That's totally fine. I'm going to dock it now to the right place. It might work. I don't know. It could be a thing. Simulator loads so much faster when it's already open. So let's see what happened. So here's our original credits. I should mention it, yeah, it still works. I didn't hook up these credits. Do these credits work? These credits do not work. So I need to make that work, and you'll notice that immediately we've got the corner radius is smoothed off. And we probably have a border on there, except that I didn't change the background. So let's change the background real real quick, right? So what are we gonna do? We already did the, readjusted it down here. Let's go to the border color. It's gonna be on the inspector pane down here at the bottom. And if I go all the way to the top, probably not that color. Oh shit, maybe that color. Well, maybe it doesn't matter. I've also got to change the color here on the font. So let's change the font color. Nope, not there. Where do I change the font color? Font color, font color. Where do I change the font color? We can just tint it. Tint it white. This does something slightly different depending on what you're doing, but yeah, tint color. So that's working, and we should finally see that button kind of how we want it to be. Oh, we should have tinted it black. Shit. Well, you know what to do now. You know what to do. Now again, these still aren't working, so what the hell? I've got the border radius, border color. Border color's not working. Border radius isn't working. Yeah, shit. Border color, border width, corner radius. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. Could be a should rasterize. Yep, something's going on. I don't know. But that's buttons in a short view. Like I said, get somebody to expose these for you in a UI class. I'll put this code in with the in with the YouTube or wherever I end up uploading this to, so you can kind of see how it's done. And you can just come over here and come up to the top of your screen and put on your UI button GUI, and you have all this shit exposed. So thank you much, and I might do another one of these videos someday.